Hello and welcome viewers. You're watching this special presentation of Sansad TV, Samvaad, with your host Kriti Mishra. And joining us today is a very special guest, Railways Minister of the country, Mr. Ashwini Vaishnaw. After graduating from MBM Engineering College in Jodhpur in 1991, Ashwini Vaishnaw received prestigious gold medal for his achievements in the field of electronic and communications engineering. He further pursued his education by completing his M.Tech from IIT Kanpur. Seeking to expand his knowledge and skills, he ventured to the United States in 2008 to pursue an MBA from the esteemed Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. In 1994, with an impressive All India rank of 27, Ashwini Vaishnaw joined the Indian Administrative Services. Until 2003, he served in various capacities in Odisha before being appointed as Deputy Secretary in the office of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He left civil services in 2010 to join the private sector. Ashwini Vaishnaw presently holds multiple ministerial positions. Ashwini Vaishnaw currently serves as the Minister of Railways, Communications and Electronics and Information Technology. Since 2021, he has been entrusted with these responsibilities and has been a member of the Rajya Sabha representing the state of Odisha since 2019. Sir, welcome to Sansad TV and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So you're also helming the Ministry of Electronics, IT and Communications, but today let me confine my questions to the Ministry of Railways. And so your undivided focus is on Vande Bharat. So let's begin talking about that. 50 services already on track. It has somehow revolutionized the way that Indian railways were looked at. So how do you view the success of Vande Bharat so far?
See, railways is a huge and a complex system. It has so many subsystems within it. Today, our Prime Minister's vision for railways, the entire railway system, is absolutely one of the broadest possible vision that anybody can have. He wants to transform each and every aspect of railways, whether it is railway safety, whether it is railway stations, railway trains, the maintenance practices, the production practices, everything. So the focus is on the entire gamut, and Vande Bharat is one part of it. I would like to say that yes, Vande Bharat train is a very successful product. The best thing about Vande Bharat is that this has been designed in India, manufactured in India, and when the original thought process was given by a Prime Minister, the vision was given by a Prime Minister in 2017, initially the officers wanted to import something, but our Prime Minister gave a very clear mandate that no, the train has to be designed in India, manufactured in India. So this is how the story unfolded, and today it's a very popular train. I've seen people taking selfies with the train. So I was quite surprised that people are taking selfies with the train.
That's right, sir. Yeah. There's a sense of pride in it. But sir, how many metros are going to get connected and what are the timelines that you're chasing here as the Railways Minister?
See, Vande Bharat train basically will be in three formats. First format is for short distance, which is like 100-150 kilometers. Second format will be for middle distance, which is about 550-600 kilometers. Third format will be more than 600 kilometers. First format will be Vande Metro. Second format will be Vande Chair Car, which is currently running. Third will be Vande Sleeper. These are the three formats. We are working on the design of Vande Metro and Vande Sleeper. The current form of chair car, that's very good for distances up to 550 or maximum up to 600 kilometers. So wherever there are pairs of cities which are located in that kind of distance, we are connecting them. Currently there are about 50 services operating on the network, and practically every week we are manufacturing a new train, and as per the demand and as per requirements of the traffic, we are introducing the trains. Good thing is, by now practically every state having a electrified network has been connected with Vande Bharat.
Absolutely, sir. And there's a lot of focus on indigenization.
Yes.
There's focus for vocal for local. Sir, how is Railways articulating that mission, that vision of Make in India?
Practically, majority of the items which are used in railways are today produced in India. It's a very good ecosystem. Close to 1 crore people are dependent upon railway industry, right? And there are very good designers who have got developed over last few years. And today we can see a situation where we can even think of exporting some of the products. For example, recently the locomotives, diesel locomotives, they were exported to Mozambique. So people are liking India's workmanship, people are liking India's product quality, and people are looking at railway, Indian railway products as a major source of railway equipment in the world.
Absolutely, sir. And the kind of investments that we are expecting, trillions of dollars by 2030. So what are going to be the focus and the major areas?
Listen, railway is one of the most cost effective way of transporting products. If you look at all the modes, waterways, if you have good draft and you can have bigger ships, is the cheapest. Railway is next. Highway is expensive compared to railway, and airways is the most expensive. That's the way transportation system works. So our Prime Minister is basically focusing on all the aspects of transportation in a very systematic way. That is why he introduced the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. It's a scientific framework in which you can actually design transportation of goods the way they should be. And looking at the non-polluting nature of railways, looking at the lower cost of transportation by railways, the investment in railways, which used to be a very small amount before 2014, just about 20,000, sometimes 25,000 crore, our Prime Minister, immediately after taking responsibility of the country, he doubled the investment in railways, then made it 4 times, and now it is practically 6 times, 7 times of what it used to be earlier at 2,40,000 crore investment in railways. And I think if we continue to do this kind of investment in railways for the next 5-7 years, the country will have a very significantly lower logistics cost and people will get a good mode of transportation.
But sir, look at the increasing numbers, the numbers of passengers. So how do we keep pace with that increase, also keeping the good facilities in mind?
You're very right. The number of passengers is increasing day by day. In fact, we are now running almost 1,300 extra trains compared to the pre-COVID period. So that's the kind of jump which has happened. What's important is we must continuously increase the infrastructure of railways. So in the last 9 years, we have added practically 25,000 kilometers of new railway tracks. Now that is equivalent to the entire railway network of many countries. The whole of German network is about 35,000 kilometers. Whole of Swiss network is about 5,000 kilometers. That much we have added in the last 9 years. Electrified about close to 37,000 kilometers of railways. New locomotive production of LHB coaches was just about 700, 800 coaches a year. Now it is 5,000 coaches a year. New trains have been introduced. What's very important is to take care of this increasing number of passengers and the increasing cargo requirement. We must continuously invest in improving the infrastructure, laying new tracks, electrifying more areas. Practically electrification will be completed by the end of this year, but we must lay new tracks continuously.
Absolutely, sir. And as you were talking about Gati Shakti, now Prime Minister has been saying that we don't have to work in silos, we have to work in cohesion, in tandem to achieve higher glories. Sir, how has that vision of Gati Shakti translated into action in the railways?
PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, the portal, is being used extensively by railways. I'll give an example. There is a line from Taranga Hill to Ambaji to Abu Road. Now that line, it's a very prestigious line. This is going to provide connectivity to Abu Road and Ambaji, and this has been in the works for many years now. when we use the PM Gati Shakti portal, we could clearly see the alignment on a realistic map, satellite based map. So we could actually bypass a sanctuary and a mining area, so that when the permissions have to be taken, there won't be any delay in permissions. Also, we could actually evaluate how many trees are coming in the way, which are the places where you have to build bridges, which are the places where you will require tunnels. So it's a very good software, very good piece of knowledge, which translates in faster design, speedier execution, and absolute coherence with the environment. So for example, in the same project, there is one place where the transmission line and the railway line were intersecting. Now, if we know where the transmission line is, we can actually realign the railway right at the beginning. Same is the case, let's say, if a transmission line has to be set up. They can look at what are the crossings in between, and they can redesign the transmission line. So it's a very good system, and our country has adopted it. Almost all the state governments are today using it, and we are getting inquiries from foreign countries also for using it.
Fantastic, sir. And since you also talked about the focus on expansion, so there's a lot of focus also Northeast and Jammu and Kashmir. What are the latest developments?
Northeast connectivity to all the capitals is working out very well. I mean, you go to any of the northeastern states, people are very happy with the progress. See, the funds which were allocated in the 2014, pre-2014 period were practically very small funds, and these are very difficult projects, tunnels, bridges, very complex topology. So this required good infusion of funds. This year's budget, Prime Minister has allocated almost 11,000 crore rupees for Northeast. For last many years, about 10,000 to 10,500 crore has been allocated. So the work has progressed very well. Same is the case of Jammu and Kashmir. The Chenab bridge is now practically complete. It should be completed by October, November. Then the tunnels are complete. We should see train running on that network in the coming months. So the progress is very good. And this is all possible because our Prime Minister has given huge focus on railways. And because of his focus, because of his vision, today we see a totally different railways.
And a different vision also, of course, about one station, one product.
Yes, that's a very interesting concept which our Prime Minister gave. See, when our Prime Minister gave this concept of one district, one product, and the concept of vocal for local, this gave a totally new way of experiencing local products, giving an opportunity to local craftsmen, giving an opportunity to the self-help groups. They got a new mode where they can display their products, sell their products, market their products. So imagine global leaders experiencing a product from a district in Uttar Pradesh, or experiencing the products of Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh and Odisha and Rajasthan. So that's a phenomenal thing. So this was then translated into one station, one product, and the results are very good. The average income that the people who run these outlets is about 30,000 rupees per month. It's very good income.
Absolutely, sir. That's impressive. And before we end this conversation, sir, your closing thoughts on Indian Railways in next 10 years?
In next 10 years, Indian Railways has to expand at least 25,000 kilometers more.
That's massive, sir.
It is required. I think it is necessary. It has to be there. Otherwise, it will be difficult for the country's growth. So it must expand at least 25,000 kilometers. We must reconstruct almost all our stations. We must ensure that excellent safety systems like the automatic train protection system of Kavach should be, practically every part of the network should be covered by it. We must get new technology of trains and locomotives. Vande Bharat is a great example. This must be, practically this must be the most important, the majority of the trains must be converted to this new technology. So all these things, and make sure that this mode still remains very affordable, which is a very important part of the entire mission. We have kept the fares at a very affordable price despite all the challenges. The passenger subsidy last year was about 59,000 crore. 59,000 crore. If the cost of carrying people is about 100 rupees, we charge only 45 rupees. So that kind of affordability, that kind of new technology, that kind of new passenger experience is the target for the next 10 years.
But sir, how sustainable is it?
Well, it is a very complex equation, because cost of operations is there, cost of manpower is there, cost of energy is there, but still we have sustained it.
Absolutely, sir. And thank you so much for talking to us, sharing all the achievements and giving us a perspective. Thanks a lot for speaking to Sansad TV.
Thank you.
Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sansad TV. Goodbye for now from my side.